guys, so if you cannot tell by the thumbnail and the title, today we are doing a individual lash application video. I will do a video on how to remove individual lashes. A lot of people pull theirs off, which is the wrong thing to do. I'm not saying the way that I do it is right, but it definitely works for me. So I'll definitely upload a video about that. But let's go ahead and get started. I really hope you guys enjoy. Like I said, it was not the easiest thing to do, but it was worth it. Okay guys, so this part is going to be me showing you guys how I, take the lashes out of the little container things, what kind of lashes I use, the glue, of course, that I use, which is Duo Lash Adhesive in dark. This is for individual lashes. You're obviously going to need some tweezers. So this is here just to kind of show you guys what I do. So let's go ahead and get started with that. So of course you're going to need your lashes. So the kind that I use are Beauty Code lashes. You can get these at the hair store. It was $1.69 a pack. I've used the Ardell individual lashes before, but I was definitely in a rush after work, so I stopped by my local beauty supply store and picked up Beauty Code lashes. So I use Flare Long, I use Flare Medium, and then Flare Short, and these are all in black. So these are the three links that I use with the same style, which is Flare. So you want to get started. What you want to do is take your Duo lash adhesive, and for this, because it dries pretty quickly, you just want to take like a little amount and work with what you have at first. So if you guys can see, it's like literally hardly anything on there, but you want to take a little amount and do that. So when you're removing the lashes, I always start with long. Personally, I start with long. Everyone can do it differently, but when you're removing them, you want to be very careful not to kind of strip them. So if you see how I remove them, it still came out as like, how it's supposed to. It's still flared. There's not any strings or stranglies, so that's good. So when I'm doing the long ones, because they go on the bottom of my waterline, which you guys will see during the application process, I take it and the top side of it, the top side where the curve is, I take that and I just kind of scoop up glue on it. So then the glue is going to sit on it and it's going to look like that. It's going to be like a little bubble. You want to wait a couple of seconds just to kind of let it dry, and then you just want to, where did it go? Oh, found it. So you want to wait a couple of seconds just to kind of let it dry, and then you're just going to, say if this bottom part here is my waterline. Oh my goodness. You're going to take it and just, y'all can't see that, hold on. You're going to take it, if this bottom piece right here is my waterline, I'm going to take it and just do like that, and it's gonna just look very natural like that on my waterline. And the reason it's gonna dry so quickly is because the heat that's producing from your body or face is gonna make that glue dry pretty quickly. So you want to make sure you kind of get it in place how you want it, but you can definitely tweak it and however you feel. But that's how I do the long ones on my waterline. And I'll just do, for my eye personally, I do 7 to 8 long ones, and then anywhere from 3 to 4 medium and short. So the long ones all go on my waterline just like this on the edge of the waterline, and then I take my medium after I've done long. I do one eye at a time. So after I do the long ones, I'll go ahead and take my mediums, and the same thing. I want to make sure I get a good one here. You just kind of want to, and that's what I meant like when I say be careful how you pull it, especially with the beauty supply ones. The quality it's not bad, but it's not like gonna be like the Ardell or like the mink lashes if you use those. It's not gonna be like that, so they are gonna kind of separate easier here, but you just want to get it out of there. It's gonna be kind of hard for me to do here. Just want to get it out. Okay, so that's gonna have to do. So you just want to get it out and you have it there. So with the medium ones, what you're going to do, you're going to apply the glue, not to the top side where the curvature is, but to that bottom side under here. And I'll show you guys. So take the medium and the short. You're going to do the medium and short the same way. So you're going to take the medium and the short, and you will take the glue and dip the bottom in the glue like that. You guys can see that. You'll dip it in the glue like that. That's a little much. You don't want to do that much. You don't want to get the glue on the actual lash. That was definitely my mistake. But wherever the long is, you'll take them and kind of stagger it on top of your lash line. So instead of on the bottom, it's going to go on top. So imagine, you know, of course your eyes aren't that separate, you know, that far apart, but it'll kind of stack like that. So it's going to look, you know, it's going to start filling in and getting full. And that's only 2 lashes, y'all. So imagine if you're doing 7 to 8 long ones, 3 to 4 short ones, like it's going to start to get pretty full. So that's the medium. Literally, you'll repeat the same thing with the short. Get one here for you. That came out okay, so I just do another one. That one came out really easy, and of course I lose it. But yeah, I'll just go ahead and pull another one. That was easy too. And I lost that one too. What the heck? There we go. So yeah, there's the short, and you can start to see the difference. Like these are shorts. So there's the short ones. You'll take it the same way. Short, you'll take the glue, the bottom side of it, and you will just dip it in the glue. Like I said, you can tell the glue starting to dry. If you can tell, it's starting to dry like that. But just make that little bubble, and then you'll put them beside the medium, but still on top of your lash line. So of course, the closer they are together, the fuller it's gonna look. But you're just gonna start creating, you know, slowly but surely, a whole look here. And I could definitely demonstrate what a whole lash would look like on here for you guys. Okay, so right now I am just gonna fast forward, you know, kind of speed through it so you guys can just see the process of how I, you know, take them off, you know, out of the container, dip it in the glue, and then put it on what would be the waterline and the top of your lash line. So we're gonna go ahead and speed through that, and then we'll get to the actual video of me doing it. So at this point, I think you guys kind of, you know, get the gist of it. So now we're just going to go ahead and jump into the actual visual of me putting it on my own lashes. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and hopefully you can really see it and it makes more sense to you doing it on myself. So let's go ahead and get started. A couple of things, just pointers for this tutorial. A little bit goes a long way because it dries out pretty quickly. If you can tell, I do little dots here and there and just use what I can because it does tend to dry super quick. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so weird angle, but to get started, we're gonna go ahead and start with, I always start with the long lashes. So we're just gonna do that. So I always start with the long ones, and we're gonna apply them. If you can tell, I apply them right like on my waterline, so underneath, because it looks more natural. Now I know a lot of people do it differently. That's how I do it. And I will also do an eyelash removal video because I know people are gonna say it's gonna hurt when you remove it. No. And I'm doing it from this angle because this is how I do it, like with like a compact mirror, and I just sit here and I go in and I put them on. So I'm doing it from this angle, so you guys can see that, because this is how it looks when I do it. So I want you to see it from my point of view. But can we take a moment and pause, because my lips are popping. Okay, back to the business. So it's another voiceover. Pretty much I'm just gonna go show you guys how I do it on my lash. I'm definitely gonna speed through this part in general, just because I do get closer with another angle so you can see right how it goes on my eye. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy. As you guys can tell, it's a lot of like doing and undoing and just tweaking it to make sure it's right. It's not like a quick process at all. It probably takes like 20-25 minutes for each eye, so just make sure you're patient and that you've set aside enough time to do it. So I wouldn't do it like right before you go out, because you'll probably be late to wherever you're going. Just do it whenever you're free and just be patient, because the payoff is great. It just takes time to get them on there, and then to learn, what style you want for your eye. So whenever you are applying your false individual lashes, I recommend doing it with a makeup free face. Clearly, my eyes were running really bad. You can see where it's kind of separating because I kept wiping them. Your eyes are gonna water, not because it's painful, but because you're just fooling around with your eye. It's like putting on strip lashes or contacts. Your eyes are gonna water just like as a reaction of them being messed with. But like I said, do it with a makeup free face, and when you have plenty of time to complete it. So now I'm going in with the medium and short, putting them on top just like you would do with a regular, strip lash. Just adding them on top one by one. I think I did maybe like 7 total with the mixture of medium and short. But that is pretty much going to finish off our look for the individual lash application.